Looks like it's in the traditional pink. That is safe to say. Who does? Leading out, Cabbage.
What a man to lead your team, as if you wouldn't want to get behind him.
Absolutely. He's a great pickup by the Cabbage. So both of these teams picked up wins in the first round. So one of the two of them would like to keep their undefeated run running. Nathan Cleary's a bit...
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Someone is going to... Which wouldn't mind seeing a bit of disappointment that way.
Oh, and are there better two teams for that? Oh, well, actually, there are probably better two teams to see that. Nathan Cleary kicks off. Ben Hunt gives it to James Graham for the first hit up of Game 2 on Super Saturday. Cabbage starting with the ball. Not a bad forward pack, actually. James Graham, Tyson Frizzell, Thomas Burgess.
And you see every one of them's like really just fighting for those metres, getting elbows, knees, quick play the balls. It's really going to set them up in the long run here,
aren't they? But Benji Brilliance defence is holding tight so far. Tomalolo, is there anything he can't do? Puts a kick downfield and the ball rolls out. 40-20. Tomalolo has just kicked a 40-20.
Yeah, nothing says captain like that.
No.
You could see his team was, you know, needing some space, and he didn't just provide it with his incredible run meters. He's just decided I'll put a little pokey in downfield.
Hasn't he? And how about Cabbage go on the attack? Tommy Burgess picked off. There you go, Cecil. That's why he didn't pick him up. Whiten to Tomalolo. So last tackle, 2 metres gained. Cabbage attacking the line. Should have seen the try by Tom Trebojevic. Corey Norman puts a little grubber in behind the line. Tommy Trebojevic runs onto it in the last game. It was a brilliant try. And especially in a game where it can be just a little bit hit out-ish. One off the ruck kind of stuff, inside outsides. It was good to see a little bit of flair in the attack of Tiger Power. Unfortunately, they did go down in extra point. Golden point extra time in game number 1. Biggins Eagles.
You sound like you're disappointed for Tiger Power. Let's put things in perspective here. You were putting the boot into him.
Absolutely, and so I should. I am the CEO of the Biggins Eagles, so it was good to see them get up. I'm trying to keep the bias out of the game as much as I can. However, in saying that...
No one pays to hear no bias.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, in saying that, I hope Benji Brilliance get pumped. Really hope Cabbage take off here and put a cricket score on them. I don't think it will happen, but it would be nice to see it happen.
5-minute halves. I don't think it's likely at all.
Oh no, we've got internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Shit. Unfortunately, I did see this coming. There's a problem with the NBN out here, which means I think the broadcast is finished. No.
Seeing it, and I'm casting.
So we're still on air then. That's good.
No, we're not.
No, it's dropped off.
Oh,
hold on.
No, maybe it's
we're back. Oh, in time for Pengai Jr. to go straight through the line.
What technical difficulties we've got.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, bear with us. I have got an NBN problem in the area, which means I can't be on my normal internet. So I have got a hotspot from my phone going. And look, unfortunately we might have a few...
Everyone in isolation is just going to put an unfair stress on the NBN. Like, you can only download so much porn.
Well, that's true. So keeping that in mind, Paulie, I'm going to ask Frankie very nicely. Oh! Aidan Tolman, little grubber in behind the line. He's flipped on his back, so he's held up. I'm going to ask Frankie very politely if you could just lay off Pornhub for me for the rest of today. We'll get the broadcasts out. I'll let you know once the last broadcast is. And then you can get back on strengthening that dominant arm of yours.
Yeah, come on, guys. Everyone band together here. We need to increase the bandwidth. I'm sure you can go without for the next couple hours while Super Saturday on Saturday is taking place.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the 90s old school. Reach under your bed. I'm sure there's a couple of magazines there that you haven't seen for a little while. Throw them in your lap and have a crack that way, and leave the internet to us so that we can get these games broadcast live for everybody. A little shout out to young Evie there, who's joining us.
Hey there, watching a little bit of Dominato Cup, and yeah, like I said, fan club just cheering on. There she is.
There, good to hear. Typical female, never short of anything to say. James Graham takes the intercept.
We should probably get back to calling this game a little bit. We've got a bit sidetracked here.
Probably should. Just shows the quality of the game so far. We're more interested in what Evie's got to say for us.
Well, look, it is some quality colour commentary, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe
if we play our cards right, we might just hear, Evie, what's a dog say? No,
not at the moment. Well, maybe she can bring the colourful commentary back for when Mumba outplay. It's safe to say they have the most atrociously coloured uniform in the competition.
Yeah, definitely some colour there.
Yeah, CEO Cecil came out earlier on today to say that he wasn't prepared for an NRL shutdown. Clearly a rookie mistake. Oh, Pengai Jr. Another big hitter.
Can we just go back to something you said earlier? Huh?
Yeah, go for it.
You're right about this referee. He's a damn giant.
Isn't he? See? Look at the size of him.
Have we accidentally crossed games here? Have we got WWE 2K17
No, I'm up to 2K20. I was working on my wrestler last night while we didn't have any football being played. I'm telling you, somebody's dead set got Sean Lane and just coloured him in. I think that's what's happened here. Giving him a blue uniform and said, go and ref.
He's the biggest bloke in this game. What is going on?
Who, Sean Lane or the referee? I referred to it earlier on in the last game when, I can't think of the two players now. I think Cody Nikarima went to tackle somebody from Tiger Power who's also rather large. And I did say then it looked like a Sean Lane situation being tackled by the average NRL player on the game. He's huge, so I look forward to him coming back out later on. Who does he play for? Farabarras, was it?
Oh, what a step! Naden.
I'll tell you what, Tomalolo again with the kick. There isn't anything the kid can do.
No, can't do.
Can't do.
He can do a lot. Except apparently, long division.
Peppenhausen with a big break here. Does that run down by a back rower?
He's away. Who's going to catch him?
I feel like
there we go. Of course, someone caught it. Just commentary curse there. Sorry, Pat.
I feel like Tomalolo has watched his Cowboys teammate Val Holmes absolutely destroy the Eagles last week. Held in a tackle. So that's the first penalty of Super Saturday. And as you can see, on Saturday, as you can see, the rain has cleared up there at ANZ Stadium.
It's good to see the crowd back too.
Oh, isn't it great? We got a smaller crowd out at Campbelltown Stadium for Game 1. Looks like it's a sellout for the Cabbage versus Benji Brilliance. Cabbage do bring a bit of fanfare. Well, that's right.
They probably have the best PR department going around.
Don't they?
Just call everybody out. And eventually, something's going to stick.
Well, it worked for them in round 1. Let's see if it can work for them in round 2. Wouldn't that be a double if Cabbage were able to knock off Preckled Phoenix and Benji Brilliance in rounds 1 and 2? Not going to happen with Katoni Stags going straight through a gap big enough to let a flight come back from Wuhan, China on the runway. The 747 just went straight through there. Look at this.
The 747 you're referring to, was that the referee?
I think so. Looks like everybody in the Cabbage defensive line has kept their social distancing, including against the opposition player who just strolled through for a try. Katoni Stags puts Benji Brilliance up 4-0 with Nathan Cleary to take a shot at goal.
And that is an ominous referee just staring him down.
Staring at him, yes. That is... I'd be like, mate, you need to stand behind me. I can't concentrate there. Imagine the slug that referee's got on him. Yep.
I couldn't help but notice that when Katoni Staggs went over the line, he came awfully close to those flamethrowers in the background. I think we may see a serious injury here. They were going off just willy-nilly with players within...
Yeah. So
Canberra ended up getting the benefit of a free interchange on that one, didn't they?
That's right. And so I don't know if the NRL's taken on any advice about keeping them away from the field. As you said, they are set up very close. Another one that picked up a pretty bad... Oh! Throws a massive intercept. Is it Brent Naden? I don't even know his first name.
Yeah, look, let's just go with Bob.
Okay, Bob Naden takes a great intercept and puts Cabbage on the attack. Another ex-player who picked up a bit of an injury from the sideline signs was Marcus Bai of the Melbourne Storm, if you remember. Cut his arm pretty terribly.
It was real bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Nearly ruined his career.
I was about to say, might have retired him, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he came back, because I remember him wearing number 55 when he came back as superstition.
Oh, okay, there you go.
He had to wear the 5, so he came back from that injury, because he was a late inclusion.
Yep. Right.
He couldn't wear number 5.
Well, thank you for the history lesson there, Paulie. Muchly appreciated.
No dramas, mate.
So... Cabbage completely wastes their set of 6 inside the 20 there. Pretty poor kick at the end of the set.
Wow. Why did he pass that ball?
Yeah. Pengai Jr. making plenty of metres at this point.
He's still, look at him go. Just... Okay, I do think that he's intimidated Cabbage out of tackling him.
Well,
it's like the old, big kid in the under-12s. Just, look, I'll stand near him, make it look like I'm doing something, but really don't want to get involved.
Mate, how about the haircut and the player walking off there at half-time? So it is half-time at ANZ Stadium. Benji Brilliance currently lead the Cabbage 6-0. Pengai Jr. doesn't surprise us that he's stepped up. He is playing Tom Malolo, and he has got a bit of a habit of whenever he comes up against Tom Malolo having one of the better games of his season.
You're not wrong. So I'd like to know who the next 3 teams to play against Pengai Jr. will be, because they're almost guaranteed that he's going to put in bludgers.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll have a look at that at the end of the game, because I don't have that in front of me right now. But let's find that little stat out and pass it on. Now, I think I've had a bit of a shocker with the Benji Brilliance uniform here. I've given them pink numbers, meaning under 0 circumstances can I actually read them.
Look,
pink.
You could blame yourself for this, but you know what?
It's
Let's
Benji's
just go
fault.
with blaming that CEO for choosing those colours.
Yeah, absolutely. Remus Smith through the first tackle and bringing it back for Cabbage. Honestly, Ernest, pick a better colour scheme.
Shape up as a bit of an arm wrestle here.
It has been. It's gone end to end. And let's be honest, the only time was when Cabbage decided to practice social distancing on their try line that Benji Brilliance managed to sneak through. There's another penalty. Second penalty of...
Fair enough, really. Like, if you have a close look at that, he's gone full squill grip.
Yeah.
This is going to be... heard about later down the track. I haven't seen someone get a handful of nuts like that since I was at the bar last.
Yeah, and here I was thinking that Sam Burgess had retired. Clearly not before he's been able to pass on some tips to the young players around him.
Yeah, see, I would have expected that from his brother, but I think possibly it was on his brother.
Oh, in that case, it's just a bit of payback. How's that for a hit? I think that's James Graham has just... they're dropping players left, right and centre. I'm pretty sure the referee just put on the Benji Brilliance to the post. I know you're on a slight delay there, Paulie. You just watch it and you tell me you're not applauding it.
Well, unfortunately for me, the delay has bypassed it entirely. Now I'm seeing the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Here comes
Here's
the
replay.
What have we got? Oh, a little grubber kick.
In
He's
behind.
just straight through the line.
Look at that. Even
Can't wait to see him
Peppenhausen.
not do that for the Dragons ever again.
Oh, I can't wait to see him do it for the Knights, mate. Give him a run. Squib, maybe if you chose white numbers. Thanks for the feedback there, Ernest. We have already touched on it.
I'd like to comment on Cecil. That was him giving it to Frankie, and Frankie's comeback. It is essential.
Oh, I missed it. Frankie, get the fuck off porn. It's essential. It is, Frankie. All we're asking is for you to put your essentials to the side for maybe 3 hours, and then you can get back. As I said, reach under the bed, son. Grab your 1990s Playboy magazine. Maybe even a Ralph for an FHM. Who let a little bit of material get in the way of a good wank?
Just, Frankie, you're probably better off leave it. Just let the old fella recover, alright? Chafing can be painful.
And remember, if you're going to use hand sanitizer, it is an alcohol-based lubricant. It's likely to burn a bit of your skin off down there. It is a bit more sensitive, so be smart on what you choose to use.
But remember to be safe.
Always be safe. So 50 minutes in, we've got a tied ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 6 all.
And right about now, Sportsbet are probably like, you know what? Our payout's safe.
It could be, you know. They could ride this out for the next 30 minutes and go into Golden Point extra time.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen indeed. As we saw in game 1. A bomb. Oh! Dylan Edwards has gone through. Nobody's going to chase him down.
Oh, have you just put the mock on him?
It's a gallant chase under the post.
Where's Tamalolo? I'm sure he can do it.
Yeah. There we go. Benji Brilliance with a long-range try. Is that Jack Whiten chasing him down too? I think that might be. Number 6, yes it is. He started to close in.
Poor effort, that chase down, wasn't it?
He did start to close it down, but didn't quite get there. So,
yeah, the old adage, if only the field was 400 metres long, he might have got him.
And Sportsbet have just dumped Paul Mata from their, ambassadorship, after giving them a bit of a, saying that they might get away with not having to pay out, and trusting, of course.
As it stands at the moment, they're paying out to the winning team. The only time it's going to be a problem is if Cabbage managed to put one back on the scoreboard.
Well, okay, fair enough, but I'm pretty sure, I can't even remember who scored that try. It happened 3 seconds ago. Stay off the beers while you broadcast, people. Dylan Edwards has gone, hold my beer, Paulie. Watch this, I'll make Sportsbet pay out.
And look, punters around the nation, you're welcome.
And that is why Sportsbet is dropping Paul Mata from their ambassadorship.
Anyone that would like to bet against a favourite, just hit me up. I'll put the mock on it.
Actually, speaking of, guys, we do have a big day of racing later on this afternoon. So I don't know about you, I will be throwing the Sky News Racing on, or the Sky Channel Racing. Get the Sportsbet app out, put a couple of punts on. I don't think it's too unreasonable to continue your pub experience while at home during the lockdown. Get the races on, get your footy on, happy days. Lockdown what? There is no such thing, and that was a terrible kick, well fielded by Jack Whiten, and Cabbage go back on the attack. Jason Tomalolo flicks it out the back, but they go on the attack, 34 metres out, second tackle.
So the delay just got me. I saw that flick pass from Tom Ola.
Wasn't it Benji-esque? Benji-esque against Benji Brilliance.
I'm going to throw it out there.
He's
Even
going
in
out.
a losing team, I think Tamalolo has been the best player on field.
At the moment, I would agree with you. Absolutely. I think sometimes these player ratings are a bit interesting. Sorry if you can hear the clang of the bottles, guys. We're currently 3 beers in to the second game, so...
Here I was thinking it was just you getting all your Dettol and sanitizers sorted.
No, I knew I needed my internet for the next 3 hours, so I've put it on hold too. Have got a little stress ball here just to keep my dominant arm strong though while I'm broadcasting.
Well,
it'll take a bit of a hit later on today, I'd say. My dick, that is. It's safe to say
the clarification.
We're not going to get played on any free-to-air channels, guys. And maybe I'm going to have to give a MA rating. Mature audiences only. Needs to be accompanied by an adult if you were under the age of 16.
Yeah.
So that was a good strong set. Good strong set by Benji Brilliance, and a good return from Tristan Saylor, getting out to the 38 metre line for Cabbage to start their set of 6. Billy Britton, haven't seen him all game. 100% he's going to be up there for the men of match though. Oh, has he? It could have been.
I doubt it, considering he's a starting hooker.
He is a number 9, I can see that, because I have picked all right colours for Cabbage to be able to tell who's playing. So 12-6 to Benji Brilliance so far. We've got 15 minutes to go. Tommy Burgess just goes through.
For all you punters out there, here it is. Bet on Cabbage. Sportsbet are about to pay them out. How are we going with that?
Oh, not with a kick like that. They're not. That Jack White.
Okay, maybe the mock went the wrong way then.
Mate, I'm telling you what, this season, kicking has a lot left to be desired, that's for sure.
Jeez, I thought we were just about to see an incorrect play the ball. I'm pretty sure Benji Brilliance got up facing his own goal line, somehow managed to turn around.
Yeah. Oh, Josh Reynolds goes through.
And I think we can just about put this game to bed. I think Cabbage are going to record their first loss of the season, barring a miracle. But don't get me wrong, would love to see it.
And everybody can hear Ernest screaming at the TV right now, yelling very, very wrong words at Paulie for possibly putting the mocker on them with 10 to go.
Here we go, he's through.
Oh, Tommy Burgess has gone through. He's flicked. Oh, good scramble defence. I mean, Biggins Eagles did win it off a bomb off the crossbar with 3 minutes to go. That was the worst pass from hooker, but greatest pick up and run by a front rower there.
Yeah, James Graham has actually had a decent game here. Like, no Tamalolo effort, but still decent game.
Mate, he's manned up in the front row for the Cabbage, that's for sure. Here's Tommy.
I think James Graham's actually got a little bit to prove. He was let go by Benji Brilliance at the start of the year, or for a coach.
For a coach? Well, there is one...
Not even a player. He was just let go to Cabbage in a trade deal. So let's not forget that. This would be hurting him, the fact that they are behind at the moment.
Yes. Well, I mean, there is a big omission from the Benji Brilliance lineup. They picked up Edric Lee on draft night. For some reason, Edric Lee is currently running around for Mumba out. Ryan Pappenhausen. I think there's 100 reasons why
Edric Lee is running for Mumba out.
No, well, Frankie did come onto the banner page and has claimed that Stewie has already paid up, so...
Let's praise the efforts of #PayTheKid.
Yes.
There you go. Nothing wrong with a little bit of bullying.
So, attacking the line, Benji Brilliance knock it back. They've been pulled up on the 10 metre line. Oh! So, they've got 100 metres in 3.5 minutes to do something here.
It could happen. Stranger things have happened.
As I said, well, Benji have given them a bit of a boost down the field now. Sin bin final warning for the Benji Brilliance. Another penalty will see the first.
Play the last 30 seconds with one player short.
Absolutely, especially when you're defending a 6-point lead. And Cabbage did knock off Freckled Phoenix last game, so they do know how to find the try line. In fact, they found it 3 times. Nowhere near as much controversy in this game.
Let's be honest, they found it once. That is it. Stats do not lie.
I think you've got a case against that particular line, to tell the truth, from the last Cabbage game. But Moses Mbai, he's been quiet this game. Very quiet, in fact.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's probably due for a good game again in 2024.
Alright, last play of the game. The last hope for Cabbage. Oh, he's done it! No, he's knocked it on. I thought he's put a grubber in and they've scored next to the post.
Oh.
It's come back, it's called a knock on. And
Well,
Benji Brilliance.
Benji Brilliance and Sportsbet shit themselves.
So Benji
For a
Brilliance.
justice payout. That was not a knock on.
No
I think if we
way.
have a look at replay, that was off the knee.
Cabbage bringing plenty of controversy to the season so far. Round 1 saw a couple of clangers. Round 2 saw the...
Just after... can we possibly get a replay of that last play?
Actually, let's see. We'll hit replay here. Here we go. That's off the knee. That is off the knee all day, every day. Forgive me, I don't often use this, so...
That is
here we
bullshit.
go. We'll see if we can go back far enough and play.
That is a kick every day of the week. He's put that on his knee.
Look at that.
That's Billy Slater.
Off the knee.
Given a try.
He's dropped it onto the knee. It's gone through. It's picked up. Who's that that's picked it up? Number 14 for Cabbage. Keep playing. He's dove in next to the post. Look where the kick would have been from. And yet they've pulled that back for a no try.
That is outrage. On Cabbage, I'm getting all my fan to petition the NRL.
Absolutely ripped off. I do not know what Cabbage has done to the referees in this game, but they are giving him nothing. Absolutely
Perhaps it's not what
nothing.
Cabbage has done to the referees, but more what Ernest has done to the referees.
Barbecue sessions with Ernest coming to you. No. So once again, Victor Radley, man of the match, number 9 for Benji Brilliance. Funny, didn't particularly see him do much. Don't think I called his name the whole game. Billy Britton
91. That's a decent score.
That's a huge one, considering Peppenhausen was 70, and then Billy Britton was the top player.
Did he make some meters as well?
Quickly duck across. This is Cabbage.
Decent completion rate there from the Brilliance as well.
Yeah, let's see. No, Victor Radley didn't particularly make any meters. Oh, 93 of them. Sorry. He's had 48 passes. Made 11 tackles in the game. So, interesting choice. I also like to see who made errors. Cleary and Dewey.
The Dalian selectors were watching something a little different to us.
Absolutely. So that is the end of Game 2 on Super Saturday. On Saturday. We agree with you, Frankie. Cabbage should riot after that call. That was terrible. Absolutely.
Yeah,
hold on. There we go. Cecil giving us R3s. Yeah. Look, that is tragic. We will take it to the administrators, but currently Benji Brilliance shoot to the top of the Dominato Cup ladder with a 12-6 controversial win over Cabbage in round 2. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Give us 5 or 10 minutes and we'll be on for game number 3. Thank you very much. Been a pleasure.